Hey, Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. We got a great Ask a Ninja basically on our blog, and they were wanting to know, how do you keep the mice in the crawl space from getting up into the living space? Okay, so first of all, I want to preface this by telling you all, I'm not a pest control company or person, nor do we claim to be, but I did a little bit of research on this and found some interesting products online that you may want to think about installing to keep the mice from getting from your crawl space into your living space. Stay tuned. If you're new to Crawl Space Ninja, we talk about everything related to waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, indoor air quality. We hope you'll subscribe to our channel, ring that notifications bell, and also make sure you check out, we've got the Insul Barrier now released on our website for those of you looking to do foundation wall insulation. It is a great DIY product. It is absolutely amazing. We installed it in our warehouse. Very good stuff. And if you're looking to basement waterproof yourself, if you're doing a DIY project for basement waterproofing, we've got some great products with the HydroWay and our sump pumps and things like that that you can use. So make sure you check those out on our DIY store. Of course, if you need any consultation, you can also reach out to me and do a private one-to-one consult, and make sure you look up my book as well. It should help you in your crawl space and indoor air quality. All right, so let's read this from Rocky. This was on our blog. I have a small cabin, 400 square feet, built on pole foundation with 30-inch dirt crawl space. The crawl space is skirted with a 2x6 treated tongue and groove lumber. Now, it doesn't sound like this crawl space can be encapsulated, okay? So if you have a crawl space that's open, especially in the woods or some cabin, you know, you got a lot of animals out there. You know, my mother-in-law is always amazed. She lives out in the woods and she has snakes and she doesn't understand why. It's because you live in the woods, you know, so you got to watch out for these things. The floor joists are not insulated and the crawl space is vented. I'm considering insulating the floor joists with batt insulation, paper side up. I also was considering putting plywood on the bottom of the floor joist to prevent mice from getting into the insulation. Thanks for your input, Rocky. All right, so in order to prepare for this video, I did some research and I'm gonna put links to these products down below, but there's some great products online that you can get to what's called Rodent Exclusion. That's the technical term, I believe, that a lot of the pest control guys use. And basically it's a combination of either copper or wire mesh, spray foams, different things like that. I'm not a big fan of putting plywood on the underside of floor joists, no more than putting plastic on the underside of floor joists. I get what you're saying, Rocky. If you had a plywood floor, technically the mice would not be able to get access to that area, but you could create other problems by locking moisture. It could hide a water leak from above, different things like that. So what I would recommend you do is, before you insulate, you fill all of the holes in the subfloor with wire mesh, with spray foam combinations, different things like that. As a matter of fact, there's a really great product out there called the Rodent Barrier Kit with Inspection Tool and Spray. Now what this does is it gives you a tool that you can use to determine if a mouse can get in a hole. So this tool, apparently these mice can get in really tiny spaces, probably ones that you may not even realize they could get into. So they give you a little measuring tool, you put it in the hole. If the measuring tool slides in, then a mouse can slide in. So it's a really cool thing. You can go through your crawl space, you can check all those penetrations and make sure that they're not too large for mice. If they are, you can fill them. They give you all the stuff in the kit to take care of all that. So I would recommend you go that route. You can, of course, try to do the same thing on the foundation wall. I know your crawl space is vented, but you could probably use that tool to check around the vents, to check around the door, to make sure that there's no holes in the foundation wall, different things like that. And of course, once you do all that, you know, chipmunks, ground squirrels, depending on what part of the country you're in, those little dudes can dig holes under the footer. I've seen one. Ground squirrel in the yard goes in a hole, and I'm at the door, he pops up in the crawl space. It was amazing. I didn't realize that they could do that. So these guys can burrow pretty good underneath the footer and then go into crawl space. So, you know, unless you got the holes filled or you know, some kind of rat slab or something, installed in the crawl space, that could happen as well. So even all these things I'm telling you, you may not prevent those hardy ground squirrels and chipmunks from getting in there. The last thing I wanted to mention, and I haven't personally used this product, but it's got great reviews. It's a mice and squirrel repellent, and I'm going to put a link to that. It uses ultrasonic rodent repeller. It uses sounds and wavelengths and different things. It even uses lights. Okay, so if any of you out there have used any of these, let us know if they've worked for you or not, because those things, you know, is that like smoke and mirrors, or does it actually work? Okay, I've seen cabins and Airbnbs have these things installed. I've not seen any mice, but could be just me hunking around and scaring them away when I turn on the light. But if you've used these products, maybe you had a mouse problem before you installed these ultrasonic ones, and this one in particular is supposed to work on squirrels, and I would assume chipmunks is in the squirrel family. So anyway, make sure you check out those products below. If you all have any tips, we got any pest control people out there that want to come on our channel and kind of give some more tips about exclusion, we'd love for you to come on. Let us know down below, or go to our Ask a Ninja link and reach out to us, and we'd love to talk about this more. But I'm Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. We hope you make it a happy and blessed day, and we'll see you later.